Yeah, absolutely right. I think that we are at a watershed moment in American history, Ali, and we can't turn back.
We really are, especially as teachers, able to think much more holistically about civil rights in a number of different ways. We're able to think about civil rights, its relationship with the Black Power movement, its local, regional, national, and global context. But we're also able to think about its priorities. What did it want in a policy sense? How did it reshape the democratic imagination in the United States? But also, how did it reshape issues of citizenship, identity?
The Juneteenth celebrations here are really remarkable because this starts in Texas, which is now my home state, and places like Houston, places like Galveston, places like Austin. African American women and men bought up land and acres to celebrate, to have barbecues. We did these commemorations during the period of Reconstruction and redemption, and that redemption is the Redeemer South, the lost cause, the Confederacy that really articulated this belief system in white supremacy and utilized racial terror and the denial of voting rights and racial segregation to really rob Black Americans of dignity and citizenship. The positive to that story is really the resilience of Black people and their love and faith in American democracy, and the fact that in 2020, 155 years later, we have so many white allies alongside of Latinx and Asian and Indigenous and trans and lesbian and gay and queer. We have immigrants. We have all these folks who are in the streets protesting for both Black dignity and Black citizenship and Black equality.
Malcolm X had always, and one of the things I write in The Sword and the Shield is that Malcolm is Black America's prosecuting attorney, whereas King is the defense attorney. Malcolm had always argued that from racial slavery to his present, there had been a series of crimes committed against Black humanity. And he had been very forceful in calling out the country.
If we look at freedom and liberation as a multiple choice question, it's really all of the above. So you have the completion of Black dignity and citizenship is how we're going to end institutional systemic racism and white supremacy. And that ending racial caste means that people who are Latinx, people who are Asian, people who are indigenous are going to have citizenship access. And without all of us being free, none of us are free. And we're really seeing unprecedented solidarity. And all politics are local. So people are at the local level, whether in Tulsa or Austin, Texas, where I live, or New York City, and they're saying we want to both end racist policies, institutionalize anti-racist policies, but also institutionalize racial justice and equity for all people and all communities. So this is a really transformative time. And the fact that we can push Juneteenth to be a federal holiday is important because symbols matter, Ali.